great racer. Mike Chad back in there. Danny Smith. You never see Danny back in the back of the knee, but a lot of guys had problems on qualifying nights in a tough racetrack to race on. I don't mean it that way. I'm talking about the competition was tough. And those of you that were here Thursday night, you know how tough it was on a lot of cars and drivers. Got a lot of them. Race fans on the flag stand. Mr. Doug Clark. Yeah, and his backup man there, Mr. Dorm Wadley. We're going to go racing. White line. Chuck Swenson in Van Gurley. Rich Buback's in third, Tony Edmondson fourth. Chuck Swenson breaks out in front. Van Gurley running second. Rich Buback is third. Bob Weave in the 19 is on the move. He's now up into fourth place. Tony Edmondson from Oklahoma running fifth. Danny Smith is on the move. It's only a 10-lap race. Chuck Swenson is your leader. Van Gurley down the back straightaway. Motor problems major. Holy cow. He's taking all the mosquitoes out of plane. Van Gurley's motor blew. Van Gurley's motor blew down the back straightaway. Chuck Swenson in the X is out of it on the back straightaway. The yellow is coming out for Chuck Swenson. They restart coming around turn 4. Single file. And believe you me, these flagmen are tough on these guys. They say nose to tail all the way around until the green flag drops.
Latricia Pitt to the ticket office. Floyd Pope to the ticket office.
We go green. Halfway through, completing 5 laps of this 10-lap E-main event. It's awfully tough to get anywhere in 10 laps. The 10 car with a major problem on the back straightaway. Danny Smith trying it around the outside in turn 2 down the back straightaway. A year later, Rich Buback. The Nick's Greenhouse car, Buback. Danny Smith moves up into 4th place, but he's got a long way to go to 2nd. Bob Weave running 2nd, Tony Edmondson 3rd. They're looking for a white flag this time around. Colorado's Rich Buback.
in the winning feature tonight. We'll see who is going to walk away with the $80,000. Must add another scratch because Danny Smith at 00 also making it out. So Danny Smith, because if we have, I knew we had one scratch. If we have any scratches, we will take enough to fill the field. Coming around 12 laps of distance, we're underway by U2 of Joyce Aldan on the inside. Troy Parsons making a move down low on Ribbick, and that 57C goes into second. Hubert Jr. on the outside moves into third. That's 74. Joey Allen, that United Express Custom Trailers U2 is out in front. Running second, Troy Parsons. And that Ace Cabinet Central 57C, he's getting a challenge now. And that T-Plus engine treatment 74. And Hubert goes into the number 2 spot, but there's Parsons giving him a battle on the inside. Parsons and Hubert Jr. side by side. Hubert Jr. takes the number 2 spot. Here comes Butch Hansen, that Fulton Brothers 3H, moving up into the number 4 spot. Todd Rebick in that Heel Heating and Cooling 5R running 5th. Joey Soldan and the United Express Trailers U2 out in front. We have a yellow for a stall over in the inside of turn number 3. Dave Westerkamp in that 7B limping down on the inside of the front chute. We're green, we're underway once again. Joey Solana, United Express Custom Trailers U2 out in front. And running in that number 2 spot out of that second turn, that's 74. And we got one over hard coming out of 2. As a couple of them were up against the fence high over in 1 and 2. We're back green again. Joey Saldana, Mike Hubert Jr., Troy Parsons. Parsons looking at Hubert Jr. through 1 and 2. Hubert a little crossed up out of 2. Here comes Parsons on the inside. Des Moines, Iowa's Troy Parsons working on Redding, California, but he loses some ground through 3 and 4. Now he's getting a challenge. Then to South Dakota's Kenny Hansen. Hansen overtakes that number 3 spot. Kenny Hansen. That Fulton Brothers Trucking 3H running 3rd. Here comes Parsons now. He's won that 3rd spot back. He dives in, slides the top. Troy Parsons on a mission right now in that 57C. He's won that C feature. Your leader all alone down the back chute. That United Express Custom Trailer U2, Joey Saldana running 2nd. That Arc Welding Supply 74, Mike Hubert Jr. Running 3rd, that Altoona Auto Body 57C, Troy Parsons. And now Hubert Jr. off the throttle down the backstretch. Slowly limping to the inside. Your leader's in turn 1. He has almost a half lap over 2nd place, Troy Parsons. Rod George, that Santa Bending 21S running 3rd, running 4th. The Eichert's Furniture 15N is Chris Eichert. We have one also spun on the back chute over there on the inside. That We're back under green once again. 57C Troy Parsons in front. That Ace Cabinet Central Sprinter running second. And that Carmade Trailers 21S. And now the 15N Chris Eichert having trouble over there in two. He drops down the bottom to try and get out of the way. But out in front, Des Moines, Iowa's Troy Parsons. Running second is Rod George in that 21S. Somebody up on the move, up into the number 3 spot, Billy Bell. And that Logan Contracting Supply 17. Now race up front developing Troy Parsons, Rod George, Des Moines, Iowa, and Katanning, Pennsylvania running 1 and 2. Colfax, Iowa's running the number 3 spot. It's Troy Parsons and that S&S trailer, 57 on the inside, white flag. Here comes George up top. Rod George, the 21S, working the high side. Troy Parsons up the challenge down on the bottom. It's Parsons to George. George gets crossed up out of 2. It's still Parsons out in front. The race for the D feature. Checkered flag will be a flying. Troy Parsons, the Knoxville regular, gets the D win. Rod George.
Is set. Bobby Davis Jr., former World of Outlaw champion, setting up on the inside front row. Ray Lipsey, and you know Bobby was the youngest World of Outlaw driver to win a feature. Ray Lipsey from Lincoln, Nebraska at 45 on the outside. Veteran Mike Peters setting on the inside second row in a 66 Trop Hardy car. Outside of him in the 86, John Carney from Kansas. Brett Anthill, Bob White, Mike Rendy, Jeff Tuttle. Picked the pace up around turn 4, looking for that white line, side by side, looking good. Bunch of scrambles, one car down on the inside, Rod George. Doug Clark on the flag stand stares at turn 4. He stares at the white line. He looks at the cars. They got to be side by side, picking the pace up as they come through. They're going to get a green. Bobby Davis Jr. down on the inside. Mike Peters made it go for second place. Peters. Mike Peters on the move, takes over second. Bobby Davis the leader. Ray Lipsey running third. And back through the field, a scattering of cars. The 6th